Excellent, yeah. Yeah, two things, two comments, regarding first the leverage of the mobile technology and being able to have you basically calling the customer before he logs on. I think that's a great thing to do. And second, when you talk about during the process as well, or sending payment, for instance, you've got that possibility of asking a challenge, so a question, and then the submit button doesn't appear until you responded correctly. That's an interesting security feature, which leads me to something else, is the ability to give the opportunity, to your customers to change the settings of the what we call security settings, like for instance, challenging questions. When do you want that to happen? Is there a threshold in terms of how big the transaction is? And then you want to be challenged to make sure that even if someone managed to sneak into your account, he can't or she can't send a payment. So could you talk about that? So it gives more control to the clients, which is probably a positive thing for a bank which use your service.
Yes, definitely. Personal Security Manager is that next level of authentication. So once again, the bank has been looking out for the best interests of consumers, once again, through all the other processes we have. But once again, it's consumers feeling they have control over their online experience. And really what that means is for them to set thresholds that don't override the banks, but actually complement them. And so the ability for me to say my aggregate bill payment should not exceed $1,500, and I want to be alerted if they do, or if an unusually large payment is made on my credit card or other place where I might be vulnerable online, transfers and things of that nature, it really does provide that added sense of security. Makes that consumer much more apt to transact with you on really the channel of choice, which is the online channel, reducing the bank's overall costs.
Yeah, I agree with that. And the thing is that it's not annoying for the customer because he set up, the threshold himself or herself, which is a good thing as well. You can easily get annoyed online with that. Now, could we talk about the CheckFree / Corellian relationship now? Because I've been quite impressed when I was listening to a webinar about online banking 2.0 a couple of months ago, organized by Source Media, and one of your colleagues, I think he works for you now, it's Max Janasic, probably director of product management at Corellian.
Yes.
And he did a fantastic presentation about all of that, giving the opportunity to again, let the customers manage the security settings, the possibility to present the information in a more active way, and like with Ajax, or like when you say drag and drop, we show that during the presentation. It's pretty intuitive as well. So I think that the company has the right approach, very customer-centric, and to leverage those kind of available technologies. So could you talk about that and the online banking and bill payment synergies, having bought Corellian recently?
So with Corellian and CheckFree coming together, I think what you've seen banks do probably in the last few years, really consumers look at online bill pay and electronic billing and payment as being all one. And I think in some cases, on some sites, it looks somewhat segmented in some regards, where it looks somewhat different. And really it's about integrating those solutions seamlessly now. It's information sharing across all of the online channel so that consumers really can make sort of just-in-time decisions. Things like Ajax, that progressive disclosure of bringing the right information to bear at the right time, is really key in a way that sort of is managed on that 800 by 600 real estate that most banks code to today. So once again, consumers always say they want more information, but how do we present it to them in a way that they can actually digest it?